Hello, this is Peter from First Maths, and today we're looking at the importance of knowing the size of the wholes when comparing percentages. This is for Year 6. Resources. None needed today. Mental learning objective. Understanding percentage as a fraction of 100. Finding and comparing percentages of different quantities. Mental learning task. Today you're going to be thinking about how to compare percentages. You will identify some of the errors you may fall into if you don't keep your wits about you. You could easily be tricked by numbers. Today we're going to start by remembering what different fraction equivalents of percentages are. What is the fraction equivalent of 50%? Pause the video and tell your teacher. The answer was a half. What's the fraction equivalent of 10%? Pause the video and tell your teacher. The answer was 1/10. What is the fraction equivalent of 25%? Pause the video if you like and tell your teacher. The answer was 1/4. What is the fraction equivalent of 40%? Pause the video and tell your teacher. The answer is 4/10 or 2/5. What's the fraction equivalent of 60%? Pause the video and tell your teacher. The answer was 6/10 or 3/5. What is the fraction equivalent of 0? Pause the video and tell your teacher. The answer was 0. What's the fraction equivalent of 100%? Pause the video and tell your teacher. The answer was a whole. I'm sure you got it right because you are awesome. Can you tell me the percentage equivalent of 1/2? Pause the video and tell your teacher. The answer is 50%. If you got that right, you are awesome. The equivalent of 3/4. Pause the video and tell your teacher. The answer is 75%. Wow, you are amazing. The percentage equivalent of 9/10. Pause the video, tell your teacher. And the answer is 90%. Can you tell me the percentage equivalent of 2/5? We had it. Can you remember? Pause the video and tell your teacher. That was 40%. Can you tell me what the percentage equivalent of this is? Pause the video and tell your teacher. This one's hard. The answer is 4% because you double this 50 to make it into 100. So you double this 2 to make it into 4. How did you work out how to change fractions into percentages? Understanding percentage as a fraction of 100 was our mental learning objective. Our main learning objective, finding and comparing percentages of different quantities. Key idea today is when comparing percentages, it is important to know what they are percentages of. Keep that in mind. Main learning task. You have to write down the parts of this problem as your teacher reads it out. As soon as they have read it out, it will disappear and you will need to rely on your notes. Ask the pupils to work in pairs. Do you agree with Jane or Jenny? Why do you think this? Okay, so get yourselves ready. Pause the video as you get yourself into your groups or pairs. Suppose Jenny's school has 150 pupils. How many of 20% is this? Pause the video and work it out. Suppose Jane's school has 300 pupils. What number is 12% of 300? Pause the video and work it out. How might you work this out? Discuss your strategies as a class. Pause the video and discuss it. So, Jane's school could have more pupils going than Jenny's, even though percentage is lower. Why do we have to be careful when comparing percentages? We need to know the size of a whole under discussion, or you could be very misled. Is it possible for the two schools to have the same number of pupils going on the trip? What size would the schools be? Reminder, Jenny's school has 20% going, Jane's school has 12% going. Pause the video and discuss the answers. Simplification. Pupils work in pairs. Pupil 1 writes down a 3-digit number and a percentage for pupil 2. Pupil 2 then finds the required percentage of the number he or she has been given. Without telling their answers, the children discuss who they think will have a bigger answer and then compare. Challenges. You're going to buy a bike that costs £100, but it has been discounted by 10%. Would you prefer the shop to add the VAT at 17.5% before or after taking off the discount? Pause the video and work it out. Choose a single digit number and a percentage, for example 5 and 60%, then increase the new number by 60%. Keep doing it. What number pattern do you get? 5 plus 60% of 5 equals 8. 8 plus 60% of 5 equals 12.8, and so on. Pause the video and solve the problem. Main learning objective. Finding and comparing percentages of different quantities. Plenary. Discuss the answers suggested by the groups. One possibility would be Jane's school has 500 pupils and Jenny's to have 300. In fact, any pair of numbers where the two numbers are in the ratio of 5 to 3 will work. Pause the video and discuss this. Review of key idea. When comparing percentages, it is important to know what they are percentages of. Did you learn this today? Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a like below. Please subscribe to my channel and also press the notification bell to be informed every time I upload a maths resource. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye!